Hello and good day. This is the daily analysis of Ethereum and BNB on January 28th. After reaching the order block area and collecting sell-side liquidity, the price was accompanied by bullish momentum, and ultimately, it is moving upward. After a downward move, the price broke a BOS, break of structure, level here, and entered the intraday order block. And ultimately, in the swings that were formed, there is a CHOCH change of character level, if it is supported by a strong surge of bullish momentum, and successfully manages to break through the CHOCH level. It can persist in its upward bullish trajectory and reach the BPRA4 zone. However, if it only demonstrates an upward price movement, collects the buy-side liquidity, and closes within the zone, we can use this area as an entry point for a trade, place the stop loss behind the swing, and target the swing low and the BPRA zone in this section. Also, the price can continue with strength in the bullish trend. Before reaching the CH and CHX levels, there is a short-term correction downward in that area, with an FWG at the 2,974 level down to the 2,942 zone, which, if a trend reversal is identified, in a bearish move, we can use this opportunity to enter a buy position after identifying a trading strategy. Set the stop loss behind the FG zone or behind the swing low at the 2,899 level. Set your target for risk to reward at 1-to-1, 1-to-2, and the swings at the 3,000.67 level or the BPR zone at the 3,145 level by analyzing the 1-hour time frame of the Ethereum symbol. We can see that the price is currently moving freely within a bullish channel and, after hitting a bearish order block, has reacted to this zone. It is now in a short-term correction phase, which could result in a downward move
toward the 3004 order block.
It could react there, but if this is accompanied by a bearish displacement, the next target could be the 50% level of the order block at 2,952. And ultimately, if this is accompanied by selling pressure and aims to collect liquidity towards the sell side in the market, it could target lower price levels down to 2,833 as the target. However, the main prediction is a short-term correction to the downside. After identifying a trading opportunity in this situation, by analyzing the Fibonacci ratio, we can set the 0.618 Fibonacci level as the target and consider it as a highly significant zone. In this section, look for a position within the market by analyzing the time frame, 15-minute time frame for the ETH symbol. We can see that during the Asian session, there was an accumulation move, and in the London session, after collecting sell-side liquidity and a manipulation move, it reacted to the order block zone and once again entered the Asian sessions zone. Ultimately, during the New York session, we are looking for a bullish distribution move, and we can see that the ICT Killzone TF Lab indicator has identified a FVG zone where the price could enter this zone and react to the 50% level, then continue its bullish trend. However, if it breaks the 2,986 level on the 15-minute time frame and moves downward, the next zones could be the 2,959 and 2,931 levels. Now, looking at the BNB symbol, on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the price is moving upward with an aggressive move, and it is currently forming a CP in the uptrend, which is expected to see the price make a short-term downward move. And move to the downside. It may enter the order block zone at level 2,885, get rejected from this area, and then move upward. At the moment, we can also see that it moved upward. It is likely to collect the buy-side liquidity at level 2,905, and ultimately, it is closing within the range. If a reversal is identified in the uptrend from this position, we can enter a sell position based on strategy number 6, using the swing failure pattern strategy. If the price is moving upward, it's absorbing liquidity. If it pulls back again within the range, we can use it as an entry point for a trade. And after identifying the weakness in the bullish trend, we set the stop loss behind the swing, targeting a 1-to-1, 1-to-2, or the swing low in the market. On the 1-hour time frame, we see that the price has moved upward. It entered the 1-hour rejection block, and eventually, after a false breakout, it re-entered the rejection block and broke its bullish trend line at this point, the level. The next support could be our bullish trend line, the 50% level of the large order block located here at the 891 level could be a suitable target for rejecting the price upward, and if the downward momentum increases, it could enter the order block zone at the 881 level down to 876. By examining this 15-minute time frame, we can see that the price made an accumulation move during the Asian session. In the London session, it moved upward, and currently, in the New York session, it is pulling back to a bullish order block area, where the high of the Asian session, if the price manages to break it, becomes the low of the Asian session and closes below the 894 level. It can continue its downward trend toward lower targets, such as the 887 level, which is a highly significant order block area. We can expect a reaction there, and in this section, we can look for a buy position in the market. However, if the current candle closes above the 902 level and is accompanied by a bullish candle, it can continue its upward trend. And if it moves and closes above the 904 level, it can move toward the targets of 915 to 925. By analyzing Ethereum ETF funds, yesterday, the net inflow of the fund was negative, and $63 million exited the fund. However, looking at the past 2 days, we see that $117 million has flowed in, which indicates both positive and negative perspectives within the market. By examining the Fear and Greed Index, which is currently at 37 and in the fear zone, if this index increases and enters the 40 to 45 range and becomes neutral, we can have a more positive outlook in the market. However, if this index decreases, it could increase selling pressure in the crypto market, especially on Ethereum and BNB. Wishing you success and profits!